The topic is I'm following the plan, but I'm waking up at 3 a.m. What's going on? I have definitely been here. I spent many years waking up several times a week at 3 a.m., not understanding what is happening. And it's like so frustrating because you know you need sleep. You know you're going to be so tired the next day, and it affects your willpower, your stress levels, your energy. And so it's just like so frustrating when you keep waking up at 3 a.m. But now I'm going to help you understand what's going on and what to do about it. So let's talk about the top reasons that you are waking up at 3 a.m. And the top reason is really surprising to most people because it's so easily fixable. But it's something that we don't think about. So it's actually your liver glycogen. Number one reason that you're waking up at 3 a.m. is that you ran out of liver glycogen. Liver glycogen is the storage form of glucose that helps you to have stable blood sugar throughout the night. So your liver stores this glycogen and then it releases it slowly to keep your blood sugar stable. But if your liver is sluggish or you didn't eat enough, then you might run out of liver glycogen. And what happens is your body will raise cortisol and adrenaline to wake you up so that you can go and get food so that you can raise your blood sugar. Now, a quick fix in the moment is to drink a little bit of orange juice or half a banana, just something to get your blood sugar up quickly, bring your stress hormones down so that you can get back to sleep. Now, the second thing, more of a short-term solution, is having a bedtime snack to make sure that you're topped off. So something like a banana, a little bit of almond butter. You want a little bit of carbs, maybe a little bit of fat, a little bit of protein. So some Greek yogurt and honey. You could have like a little bit of granola, homemade granola, but like 100 to 200 calories of energy to help you get through the night. Now, the long-term solution is you're going to be continuing to heal your liver with the program or my 28-day liver revival. But you also want to be making sure that you are eating enough calories. If you are only eating 1,200, 13, 14, 1,500 calories, that's probably not enough to stock up your liver glycogen. So you want to be following metabolism tune-up, increasing your calories slowly week after week to get your calories up and find the place where you are actually storing enough liver glycogen through the day so you have enough at night. And you're gonna find like you're gonna sleep better, your bloating's gonna go down, you're gonna have more energy, better mood, just like it's gonna help so much when you are actually eating the amount of calories that your body needs and you're getting your body out of survival mode. Let's move on to number two. The second reason that you might be waking up at 3 a.m. is stress hormones. So again, it goes back to stress. So if you're really stressed out, if you're ruminating, if you're thinking about things and you didn't take the time to like really get your mind kind of like decompressed, relax before bedtime, your stress hormones might still be staying high at night. And those stress hormones could also cause you to have like, it affects your blood sugar. So you could have blood sugar spikes and crashes. And then again, it's a blood sugar issue because your stress hormones are staying high. So what you want to do is really make sure that you are taking time, like half an hour at least to an hour before bed to really relax. Put on some spa music, do some slow breathing, do a magnesium salt foot bath. You can meditate, do something to just help relax your nervous system and get out of that stress state into a rest and digest state. Number three, circadian rhythm. If you are not getting outside, like in the morning for some morning sun, during the day a couple times, or watching the sunset, you have to be doing some of those things to help clue your body in about what time it is. And if you don't have a strong circadian rhythm, then your body might not be producing enough melatonin to sustain you throughout the night. So this is part of the sunlight and circadian rhythm portion of metabolism tune-up. You want to make sure that you are exposing yourself, including your eyes, without sunglasses, without contacts, to sunlight throughout the day to really help stabilize your circadian rhythm so you can start producing melatonin that's going to be released later that night. The fourth reason is if you're in perimenopause and your hormones are shifting, as your progesterone starts to drop or you start skipping ovulation, then your progesterone, it has an effect also on your ability to sleep. It makes something called GABA, or helps produce something called GABA, which is a relaxing hormone that kind of keeps you relaxed, keep your stress hormones down. Also, as estrogen's fluctuating. So these things can be impacting your sleep. I find that what happened to me is I was waking up with hot flashes as I was in perimenopause, but for me, I was under eating because perimenopause required more calories, more energy. And if I wasn't eating enough, I would wake up at 3 a.m. with hot flashes. But as I increased my calories, I was eating like 1,800 calories. Now I'm eating like 2,300 calories, and I'm sleeping through the night and I'm not having hot flashes. But my body is very sensitive to if I'm eating enough calories. So I think, most women are, we just don't realize that our body needs a lot more energy than we think it does. Not just like you're, eating a little bit of food throughout the day and then you eat most of your food at night. We don't want to be doing that. We want to be eating regular meals throughout the day, like maybe 500 calories every 3 hours. So you're getting about, 22,000 or 2,500 calories. That's if you have gradually increased your calories. So like I said, you want to gradually increase your calories week by week, getting it up to a point where you can sleep through the night. And then the fifth reason is digestion. If you're having gas and bloating and you ate something that is not agreeing with your body, that could be waking you up in the middle of the night. If you're having like gas, that wakes you up. So if you are experiencing that, if you find like in the morning you have a lot of gas, or like you wake up or you just feel uncomfortable, and like something's up with your digestion, keep a food journal and find out if there are certain foods that you are eating that are affecting your digestion, or maybe you need digestive enzymes, such as my favorite is the Now Super Enzymes, which has bile salts, betaine hydrochloride, and enzymes. It kind of gives you that full spectrum help with digestion. And I find that when I take my digestive enzymes, it really helps to reduce my gas and bloating. So those are the 5 top reasons that I have found and through my research that are causing you to wake up at 3 a.m. Now, you could have a combination of all these things. Maybe there's just one, but what I would have you focus on is 2 things. Number 1, eating enough calories, reverse dieting, getting your calories up, and exposing yourself to sunlight, getting the morning sun, exposing yourself throughout the day, maybe watching the sunset. That really helps if you can, or being outside for a little bit of that special light right before the sun goes down is going to make a massive difference. But if you're not sleeping through the night, as you increase your calories, you're gonna find that you're gonna start sleeping better. So please leave your questions below. I'm happy to expand on anything or clarify anything that didn't make